For 67 games in 19 days.
The pandemic makes this the first time in history that one state has hosted the entire tournament. We do start our team coverage this morning with Hannah Mordeau. Hannah, I know you spoke to some fans who are very excited for these games to start.
Yeah, rain or shine, basketball is in our blood here in Indiana, and despite the rain, that is clear with this basketball art here at Monument Circle. It's a part of our history, and there is no doubt that this tournament is going to be historic with all 68 teams here in Indiana, and Indy ready to play ball.
Excited. Everybody loves basketball here.
Love is an understatement. For Indiana, basketball in March is a kind of madness.
Oh, it's so exciting. So exciting. Everybody's basketball, Final Four, just ready to go.
Ready for 67 games, 6 venues, all in our state.
Basketball is a huge deal. I feel like we sweat it, we live it, we breathe it, we love it. So for a sport of basketball to come to our state in this monumental time, it's just perfect.
Indiana Sports Corp is helping choreograph the big dance. And while excitement is the NCAA tournament's top scorer, the pandemic means a lot of defense.
We are encouraging everybody to keep socially distancing and masking up. We're really working with the Marion County Public Health Department on both what's happening inside the controlled environment and outside. And if we're safe, we'll have a great tournament.
Tournament teams are in their basketball bubble with COVID-19 contact tracing devices. For fans, it means safety precautions and 25% limited capacity in the stands. Still, after last year's canceled tournament, getting here is a slam dunk.
Loving it. Just loving the vibe and us being able to get out and just being able to enjoy the weather, enjoy the stadiums, enjoy all the people and fans from different areas. We're just loving it.
Re-energizing all of us with hope, hoops, and Hoosier hysteria. The only way March can.
Go March Madness!
And the games tip off tonight in Bloomington and West Lafayette. And already there are plenty of fans out here in Indianapolis ready for some basketball. In Indianapolis, Hannah Mordeau, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
Thank you, Hannah. And fans will notice significant changes inside arenas because of the health crisis. Each venue is open to 25% of its capacity. The number of people allowed inside changes based on the size of each location. Makes sense. Fans must wear a mask inside at all times. There is pod seating arranged to keep social distance. People in the stands will not be able to interact with the athletes, coaches, or officials.
The tournament brings business both on and off the court. A new article from Wallet Hub points out the benefits to Central Indiana and the possible pinch on fans' wallets as they spend across the area. News 8's Katie Wisely looks at economic impacts.
Good morning. An estimated $100 million is expected to be spent right here in Indianapolis during the tournament. Now, this is the first time ever that a single state has held the tournament in its entirety after it was canceled for the first time ever last year due to the pandemic. 20,000 fans will visit Indianapolis, and more than 2,000 volunteers have signed up to help. In terms of fans' wallets, the starting retail price for Game 1 starts at $110, and for the finals, around $1,500. This is all according to Wallet Hub. Plus, there's a 19% increase in beer and pizza sales. Overall, there's an expected $13.3 billion in corporate losses due to unproductive workers. An average worker will spend 6 hours watching March Madness, and 56% of millennials are willing to miss a work deadline to watch a game. And an annual revenue loss of $600 million for the NCAA tournament in 2020 due to the pandemic. Now, bracket-wise, 47 million people participate in those college bracket pools. Now, there's an average bet of $30 on the tournament. And to give you a really interesting perspective here, 149 million brackets were completed in 2019, and 156 million ballots were cast in the presidential election. In Indianapolis, Katie Wisely, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
Katie, thank you. And we are never far away from our coverage of March Madness moments. Stay with Daybreak later this hour. Beat a local couple making sure fans have gear to support their teams. And just how many players and coaches are enjoying a homecoming back to Indiana by making the tournament. And this morning, the man accused of going on a deadly shooting rampage is awaiting his first court appearance. Police are now piecing together the moments leading to the gunfire at 3 spas that killed 8 people in Georgia. Robert Aaron Long told police he has a sex addiction and saw the parlors as sources of temptation. Investigators believe he was headed to Florida to make similar attacks. All but 2 of the victims were of Asian descent. 7 were women. Investigators say it's too early to call the killings hate crimes. That's generating mixed reaction from public leaders.
It's difficult to ignore the fact that many of the victims were Asian.
Not to mention the fact that the hate crime statute says gender as well as race. I mean, it seems like a no-brainer that you should be talking about the fact that this is a likely hate crime.
Long is facing 8 counts of murder and 1 count of aggravated assault. Police say the gun he used in the attacks was purchased legally earlier this week. New on Daybreak, roll up your sleeve when it's your turn for the coronavirus vaccine. That's the message several well-known figures are sharing in a new video from IU Health. Blue from the Colts kicks it all off. You do need to come to your screen so you can read the signs he's holding up because he doesn't say any words.
Hey Andy, this is Jack Doyle from the Colts. 2020 was an extremely difficult year. Countless lives have been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. There is hope, however. With the accessibility of vaccinations increasing daily, you have an opportunity to help stop the pandemic.
I'm Roger Penske. The COVID-19 vaccine is important to me and to our entire community. When it's your turn, get the vaccine and help us all win together.
New numbers from the state show just how many people in each age group eligible for the shot are actually getting them. Oldest age group, 80 and over, 72% participation so far. It's not the most vaccinated group, though, even though it's the one that's been open the longest. That belongs to the 70s. People 70 to 79 at 75%, either getting the shot or signed up to get one. 63% for those in their 60s, 43% in their 50s. And the newest group, the 45 to 49 group, has 23% participation at this point, but that's changing by the day. State Health Commissioner is urging more people to sign up, reminding them of what they've missed.
And it really just brings tears to your eyes to know that people can go back now and do those things that you want to do, right? Be at your kids' ball games. So that's really the message that we need to get out, is that this is how we get to where we need to be in the future.
State Health Department says pregnant women are now eligible for the shot. Next major step will be to open shots up to people 40 and older. No firm date for that yet. 8:12, 46 degrees.
And we're under a wind advisory right now. Stephanie, I know it kicked in here at 8 this morning.
Yeah, so we've been under it for about 15 minutes or so, and we're tracking not only the wind, but also the rain we're seeing on radar right behind me. Some potentially seeing some moderate to heavier rain. So we'll track when this should move out, and then also how gusty winds will get today, too, coming up right after the break.
You're watching Wish TV, Indiana's only statewide TV news network.